Hello. Hi guys, let me know if the audio is coming all right. I had made some changes, so I'm not sure if the audio is available here. I had made some changes for some other settings. I don't know if the audio is back. Let me know if the audio is up, okay? I had to sit down urgently for this live stream because of the great news. Let's see if someone first confirms that the audio is fine. Or if the volume is very low, right? Okay. Let's see. How about now? Is the volume all right now? New Kantara song just dropped. Yeah, so that song is basically the new version of Varaha Roopam, which I didn't like all that much. And especially because if I had heard that one for the first time in the movie theaters, I probably would have thought that, okay, that's an interesting attempt at fusing metal and classical. But now that I have heard the original Varaha Roopam, it's impossible for me to imagine that I haven't heard that Varaha Roopam. And this version, as a music arranger, I can tell you that it's very obvious that it is a very shoddy and quickly made attempt at chalo kuch bhi kar do abhi, we have to release it on Amazon, so what can we do? So that song is very obviously done that way, but even then it has great singing skills at least. But the composition is not as good as the previous Vararupam, and even the arrangement mixing wise, it seemed very shoddy and quickly done. Not able to hear you. uh, okay guys, some other people confirm if you can hear me. If I'll increase the volume maybe a little more, let's see if this works. So I quickly sat down for this live stream because volume okay, Amazon dropped this song. Also, court dismissed the case but put a stay on that song. Yes, new song has no sync with music at all. Yeah. Okay, I'll increase the volume a little more. Now let me know if it's fine. Okay. I have screwed up some settings in the OBS. I meant the Le 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 song. Oh, Le 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 का new version आया. Why? That's called the Rebel song, right? The court case is gonna go long, so people will forget about this by then. Yeah. So I don't understand why did they allow the injunction in the first place, and now why did they reject the injunction? They are saying based on jurisdiction. So what jurisdiction are they talking about? Do they mean that they don't have the necessary skills to comment on this song, or do they mean jurisdiction in the sense that they are a Kerala court and they have to comment on a movie producer who is from Karnataka? Is it jurisdiction in that sense? But it's absolutely hilarious that only yesterday the Kerala High Court kicked down the case in the lower court, but somehow Thaikuram Bridge were celebrating, and today all their joy gets sucked out. So I urgently sat to comment on this, and some guests will be coming, and I'll probably be randomly going away from the live stream. But it was funny, and if anyone has some more information, let me know. Let's read out some of the news source. Rebel song का video version आया है. Okay, okay. They filed case in two cases, one in Kozhikode and one in Palakkad. Kozhikode has dismissed the case. Palakkad's case is due tomorrow. Okay. So, how weird is our judiciary? And both are going to comment separately on this now. Okay, so if one's injunction is gone and the other injunction is going to stay, so what's going to be the fate of the actual Vararupam song now? Remember to keep up the pressure so that they involve the previous Vararupam song in the Amazon release, Prime release, as soon as possible. That should be the main goal. Kerala High Court dismisses petitions of Kantara producer. Wait, let me check this. So here it says subsequently the song which plays at the beginning and during the climax was removed. Okay. Jubilant fans of the movie began posting messages on social media asking the streaming platform Amazon Prime to involve the song. Kozhikode court dismissed Thaikuram Bridge's plea, citing lack of jurisdiction, and lifted the injunction on Vararupam. And Kerala High Court's comment was pretty funny. They said that, yeah, if we start hearing these cases, when are we going to do other jobs? Let's see. Okay, yes, Palakkad is still pending. Hey, it's fine to pirate the movie since some people have edited the original version of Varaha Roopam into the Amazon Prime ka 1080 ka print. Did you get a chance to look up Daman? No, no. I have been very busy. I was preparing, in fact, for my next video on CAA. And that's when this news came. And I thought, let's make a video on this as well. Please upload analysis of other Kannada songs. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to keep doing that. They filed. Okay. Good. So let's see what are the news updates. So this was the yesterday news that Kerala High Court sent it in their lower courts. The Kerala High Court has observed that the petitioner approached the court under Article 227 of the Constitution of India, entirely bypassing the procedure laid down in the CRPC while dealing with applications under Order 39 of the court. So this is interesting. So the person who was representing Thaikuram Bridge is probably a huge big shot lawyer, right? As far as I heard. He is even he was celebrating. They said that this is a victory for us instead. And he is a Supreme Court lawyer. So interesting that he did not think of this section. The supervisory jurisdiction of this court is not to be exercised to intermeddle with every ad interim order passed by the subordinate courts. If that is the case, the courts of original jurisdiction and appellate courts will become defunct, the court has the court observed. It is not for this court to examine each and every contention that raised in the original petition, that too at the ad interim stage. So they were jumping the gun a bit and rule upon their worthiness and correctness. If this court carries out such an exercise, it will foreclose the statutory rights of the parties and will undoubtedly cause grave prejudice to them, the court said. So why did Thaikuram Bridge think of this as a celebration? I don't get it. Oh, because Amazon Prime Kantara asked Hombale Films to remove this. That's why they were celebrating. Okay. Now let's check out what further comments have come. Volume low compared to... Yes, I have screwed up something in my audio stream settings. That's why this is happening. Okay, I'll sit closer to the mic. Please upload new... okay. This is so cringe. Sheesh. Yes. Sagar Shetty, what is cringe? Yeah, these two kinds of decisions pending in different courts, right? Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. Let's see if I can find some other news. Since today's news is pretty new news houses are covering this very recently, like just going on updating right now. So the news is going to be, we'll have to keep refreshing to check new updates. Okay, so here's from the Hindu Business Line. Kozhikode court lifts ban on Vararupam song in Kantara. I wanted to know that it was very hard to find the video version of Vararupam after it got deleted, yes. But do you think they will upload the original version once the ban is lifted? Yeah, but for that, this entire case will have to be won comprehensively by Hombale Films to be able to do that. There is a PDF of the court statement. Yeah, I would like to hear that. That is of the lower court, right? I want to hear what the lower court is saying. Great. Okay, I won't be able to read this. Okay, I found a good article. Let's see. Kozhikode District Court, which had passed an interim order against the use of the song Varaha in the Kannada movie Kantara, has lifted it. Earlier, the court had passed an interim order following the allegation of plagiarism of the Kerala-based band. A tweet by Live Law said on Thursday, okay, they are just going by the tweet. With this, the interim order passed against the use of Varaha song loses effect, it said. Another tweet by Live Law said, however, interim junction passed by another Kerala court, Palakkad District Court, against the use of Varaha is in operation. Kantara is a Kannada movie. Okay. After its successful run at the box office, it will debut. Okay. So Palakkad verdict is tomorrow. That will be interesting. So I'll probably come to discuss it live even tomorrow. Let's see. If you want to react to some of Rishab Shetty interview, yeah, that could be done. Let's see if there are any Rishab Shetty interviews to check right. They have kept pretty mum on this topic. I wish they would comment a little. Use this site to bypass paywall. Puneet Rajkumar sir is our emotion. Let's see if there's any more news from Varaha. Nothing more. Okay, I have some guests coming over, so they haven't arrived. Let's see if we can discuss some music then. Let's check out the GGVV trailer. There's a great song in the trailer itself, right? I wonder what the volume balance will be. You guys probably won't be able to hear the audio of this video, right? After seeing the movie thrice in theaters, yes, I also watched it thrice. I watched it in OTT yesterday. Sad that I missed. Yes, that's the new Varaha song is not very good. I have to admit it. Okay, guys, let me know if you all can hear the music of this video. Okay, this is the other song from Garuda, Gamana, Vrishaba, Vahana.
ಹೆಸರಿಂದ ನಿಂದು
ಶಿವ
ನಿಂದು
ಹರಿ
ಈ ಶಿವ ಅಂತ ಚಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆತ್ತು ಆಯ್ತಾ
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತುಳಿಬೇಡಿ ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ತೇವೆ.
So the first reaction I had when I saw this trailer for the first time, I'm kind of building myself up to this, that okay, the film is coming, I'll watch it very soon. So I'm enjoying that process as if the movie is releasing now and I'm an audience waiting for the movie. I'm getting that vibe. So, and Z5 is a very bad app. That's the unfortunate thing. I thought it was available on Amazon, but it's available on Z5 apparently. So Z5 is going to crash after every 5 minutes. That's sad. So I could not believe that this sort of a song was used for this kind of a visual for a movie. And then the best part is that I could not understand anything about the story. I liked the mystery that the trailer kept up with it. And the song itself is great, but it's not like I haven't heard anything like this ever before. That's the only thing. But other than that, it's a great song. But the main fascinating and fantastic thing about this song is that they thought of using this song for a trailer like this. And because this sort of a song would be used to depict only Western styles of dressing up, talking, and Zoya Akhtar kind of movie vibes, that Archie kind of things. Because the song is so Western, because there's almost nothing Eastern about the song, but they use it to depict a very local visual of this trailer. And that's fascinating because it gives you a completely different outlook towards the movie. I tried sending the... Okay, Google blocked the chat. Nice. Please react to film companion interview. Okay, I'll get to that probably if my guests don't arrive, but let's discuss this song until then. Already so many things happen. On the right side of my ear, this one is going on. On the right side of the ear, just tuk tuk is playing, and on the left side, some other percussions are playing. But these are also in the telephonic effect, which I had discussed in the Sojugada Soju Mallike song. This is also called telephonic effect, which means 0 to about 1000 hertz of frequencies has been cut out. And then there's a reverse sound here. Whoosh. And even that thing pans. Pranam Dada. Pranam. Thank you. Drishyam 2 by Bollywood recently made profit. Do you think Bollywood is just suffering due to poor content, which they can obviously get by decreasing actors' fee, therefore without increasing the indic feel? I don't think they can increase the indic feel by paying the woke scriptwriters a little more money. Their problem is who they are asking to write the script, not how much they are paying their scriptwriters. Some movies are bad even by just bad script writing itself, but the main problem Bollywood has is the content. Even when it's well written, their content is total woke Marxist nonsense. So even if they pay those people more, taking away the actors' fees, it doesn't matter.
ಹೆಸರೆಂದ ನಿಂದು?
Shiva.
The Shiva motif. He's standing with a trident in his hand.
Shiva.
There's one funny coincidence that Shiva holds a trident or a trishul. Aquaman holds a trident or a trishul, who is a fictional character based in the Atlantis city and the lost city of Atlantis. And lost city of Atlantis is a kind of is a fictional concept, obviously, but there are many lost cities because of the 10,000 years back, the ice age, and then the subsequent melting of it. So countless big cities went down. But it's interesting that Dwarka is under the ocean in Gujarat, and that is also a very well developed city. It's about 8 to 9,000 years old. And it's funny because now we have a god with Trishul, and they also have a character with a Trishul who also resides under the water, apparently. That's funny.
ನಿಂದು?
What if they get high quality movies but still slightly Hindu phobic movies? Do you think that will work for them? No, I don't think that will work for them. Because they have high quality movies. Zoya Akhtar is if you just say in terms of technicalities, Zoya Akhtar is a great director. Luck by Chance was a great movie. So they are not going to screw up on the technicality side of it. They are going to keep screwing up on the Hindu phobia side of it.
Hari.
This is called a sub kick. It's a sub drop sort of a thing that has been put just to heighten the impact of the ball hitting him. Again, classic Midhun Mukundan style of music. Not much chords playing, just the reverb tail, the sustenance of the vocal. That's doing the job for the next line of the vocals.
ಶಿವ ಅಂತ ಚಂದ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೆತ್ತು ಆಯ್ತಾ
An entire song in a trailer. I like this idea.
ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ತುಳಿಬೇಡಿ, ಒಂದು ದಿವಸ ಎದ್ದು ನಿಲ್ತೇವೆ.
Okay, when this vocal melody comes at, there's a great bass line going very low in octave, played probably in a analog synthesizer. That plays the exact same melody. That also plays. That's a interesting layer that happens because the female vocal is very high in octave. Not very high, it's in the middle octaves. And that's probably a spoon hitting a glass. That's the tingling sound. Neptune, Greek sea god, weapon is trident. Yes. That's the sound of brass sections hitting a punchy hit. Boom.
ನೀನ್ ನಿನ್ನ ಅಪ್ಪನಿಗೆ ಹುಟ್ಟಿದವನಾದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಗಾಡಿ ತಗೊಂಡೋಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತೇನೆ ನಾನು.
That's a very fat, low-tuned snare. That's a snare. Snare drum. It's right in front of you, right in front of the drummer. Well, obviously Greeks weren't in Gujarat, but since we had such great trade relations with them, not great, at least we had a lot of significant cultural interactions with them, there's a possibility that they were talking about Dwarka. There's a slight possibility. At least civilizational memory, those kind of things. Maybe that happened in Dwarka, then the news gradually spread. When they also came trying to invade these parts, they heard these stories, and that's how their mythologies also maybe came about. What an unbelievable idea. I wonder what the picturization is in the movie, but this song plays with the local dance traditions. And it syncs pretty well. Can you believe this guy? Raj B. Shetty's look here. He is the hero of the movie. He is in a half lungi, unkempt hair, has bald head. He is the hero. So these kind of stories need to be written. So no matter how much you pay the scriptwriters and the woke scriptwriters in Bollywood, they can't come up with a story like this because they have not lived these lives. You are right. Even Valmiki Ramayana talks about Yavana, Indian word for Greeks. Yavana Dvipa. That is tiger dance, Huli Vesha. Okay. This is one of the best frames in the movie. Again, the bass melody that plays along with the female vocals, nothing else. Genius arrangement idea, and the visual goes so, it's just so fresh and different to look at. Brass, those are brass sections. Pom. This is basically almost a classic rock and roll song, black jazz, those sorts of things, but arranged in a much more modern way using modern tones. Okay, किसी को बुलाया नहीं, not for the podcast. Guests are some friends are coming to hang out, but I sat with this song urgently because the news just came out that the song is going to have a good time. Varaha Roopam will be available everywhere. That's what I thought. I didn't know about the Palakkad verdict tomorrow. That's the problem. Please react to making of Shiva. Let's see what it is. अरे वाह, इतने सारे कांतारा के एक्टर्स हैं. पक्का देखूंगा. Okay, you also haven't seen it. Hi bro, hi. Please react to making of Shiva. Let's see what it is. Making of Shiva. But the problem is my dogs are barking, so probably my friends have arrived and I'll have to leave any moment. Okay, let's look at this.
Oye, enconchaco, Revan. Bye. Bye, bro. Nungo. Nirav.
Is that Rakshit Shetty? I don't think so. Who is he? Beautiful male vocals.
ಸಿ ರಾಜ್ ನಾವಿವಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಕಿಡ್ಸಿದ್ದು ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 7-8 ಡೇಸ್ ಇದ್ದು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ಗೆ ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಶೆಡ್ಯೂಲಲ್ಲಿ ರಾಜ್ ಇದ್ದರು, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಸೀಟಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು, ಪರ್ಫಾರ್ಮೆನ್ಸಿಂದ ಹಿಡಿದು ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಮೂತ್.
Okay, this is the first time I'm seeing Rajbi Shetty with a smile, because I've only seen those clips of him from the movie in the songs, so I've only seen him murdering and hitting people. Hey, this DOP, isn't he the Kantara DOP as well?
ಮೊದಲನೇ ದಿವಸ ಕೊನೆಯ ಒಂದು ಶಾಟ್ ಬಾಕಿ ಉಳಿದಿದೆ. ಅದರ ನಂತರ ಊಟಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಹಸಿದ.
So is he the director and the hero of Garuda, Gamana, Vrishaba, Vahana? Let me know in the comment section. भाई मैं इंटरनेशनल लिबरंडू की दोगलापन देखकर तंग आ चुका हूँ. सारे वामपंथी इंटरनेशनल्स मिलकर ऋचा चड्ढा की चड्डी पकड़ के उसको सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. मोहम्मद जुबैर ने कमेंट कर दिया. So yes, what she said is, I mean, see, I have been a leftist until I was 27 years old, and even I have never thought or made such comments in my life. I can't even think how can she say that kind of a thing. What are you doing, you stupid woman? It's your own country's military, and you don't even know that they actually handled the situation with Chinese soldiers, and their people got killed, our people got killed. What do you even mean when you say Galwan is calling you or something? Even if that was an analogy that she planned, that see, you had lost the war in Galwan and therefore don't go around saying POK. That analogy doesn't even work, because we did not lose anything in Galwan. Our size, the territory is exactly the same. They lost guys, we lost guys. It was a fight and it got over. Her analogy is absolutely based on stupid misinformation. Rajbi Shetty is the director and hero in his scene. Mohammed Zubair light version. हाँ तू भाई तू light ही रहे. Hi, I have been requesting you to react to Om Shivoham song live concert by Vijay Prakash. Okay. Yeah, I haven't been able to listen to it because I'll be getting into a video on CA and how CPIM, Manmohan Singh and LK Advani, they all of them had supported the CA before BJP came to power. My next video is going to be on that topic. I'm writing down some research on this. But I will. Okay, it's composed by Iyer. Okay, then it has to be great anyway. I'm a huge Iyer fan. It's from Nan Kadavul Tamil movie. I am a Kannadiga FI. Okay, yeah, I'll get to all those songs. Do you think the? Okay, let's look at this video first. Okay.
ಹಸಿದ ನಾಯಿಗಳು ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದವು. ನಾನು ಕೂಡ ದೊಡ್ಡ ನಾಯಿಯೊಂದು ಕಾಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಊಟವನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸಿ ನಿರ್ಧರಿ.
It takes insane amount of focus and research and just human working hours to execute something like this, that you are directing and being the hero yourself, and for such a great movie. It's not that his work suffered as a result of handling multiple aspects. How is Bollywood going to tell local stories like these? So then the scriptwriter, the hero, the actor will all have to belong to the same local area. Maybe if a lot of Bengalis come together, they can maybe tell a story about Kolkata or some Bengal village. Not that they know much about Bengal villages, but maybe then they can movie based in Mumbai or in Bollywood. Otherwise it can't happen unless they make a local Maharashtra story, but in the garb of Bollywood. Then they can achieve some good results.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ಶಿವನ್ ಪಾತ್ರ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟಾಗಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರು. ರಾಜಣ್ಣ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅದು ತುಂಬ ಅಗ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಝೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬೇಕಿತ್ತು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ. ಅದೇ ಮೂಡಲ್ಲಿದ್ರು ಶಿವಂತ್, ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ.
I made a lot of my friends listen to the Chandrachuda video, to the song that is with the video, and they are not really South Indian movie buffs or something. Not one of them has not reacted in the same way. All of them have said, "What? What is this movie? Tell me the name immediately." Even before the song is ending, I'm telling them, no, listen to the song. Listen to the song. It's a great song, 550-year-old song. Listen to how awesome the song is. Check out the visuals. Then I'll tell you about the movie. They are saying, no. First, tell me where is the video. Where is the film? I need to watch it immediately.
ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಂಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಎಷ್ಟು.
And there's no way I would have known about GGVV unless I had made videos on Kantara, because I got this information about this movie entirely because of the audience reactions and people commenting on my videos and saying that check out this movie. So thanks to you guys. Okay, let's read some comments. Do you think the possibility of more regional cinemas being born in India is still possible? For example, Marwari, Mewari cinema for movies about kings of Rajputa. I don't know if they have a very strong... Okay, they sent one movie to Oscars. So maybe they can, yes, why not? But there has to be a start someday. I think the starts are definitely going to happen now on, because everyone has realized, okay, Bollywood is done. Just because I want to become a film director or an actor, I don't have to go to Mumbai. Maybe my industry can do something great as well. Rajani Day, yes. Bollywood's best in past 10 years was Tumbad. Is Tumbad a Bollywood movie? Bhai, video requests. One was 9/11 planned by US. 9/11 planned by US is a great way to get your channel demonetized. Maybe I said this and the algorithm is going to delete my channel anyway. And besides, I don't entirely believe in it because there were many other things that show that no, it was a security lapse anyway. When can the government be brave enough to stop all the faltuka NGOs in India? Pretty soon. They have already cut down a lot of funding for these NGOs. Abhijit Chavda says, "Pehle 10 trillion karna padega." That's one thing I'll have to ask Abhijit Chavda someday, because I don't understand when he conducts the questions. I guess in Facebook. I am not that kind of a disciplined ardent follower of him, so I can't really send my questions in. But someone needs to ask him that by when do you think India's $10 trillion economy should be achieved, and when will it matter? Because it has to be adjusted for inflation, right? It doesn't matter if we reach $10 trillion 100 years later. So what's the time frame which Abhijit Chavda says we should be achieving the $10 trillion economy? I don't think we are achieving $10 trillion in the next 10-15 years. If it happens, then it's great. There is a Kannada song shot in Kolkata. Taja Samachara song. Okay, I think you will connect to it more. Okay, I'll check it out. Indian movies be like, let's call the hero Shiva, for example. Yes, why not? And see, all of them are South Indian movies. So the so-called Dravidian land keeps calling their heroes Shiva.
He was into ಅದು ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್, ಅವರು ಪಕ್ಕ ರಾಜ ಆಗಿರಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದು ಅಂದರೆ ಪಕ್ಕ ಶಿವನಾಗಿ.
ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಇರುವಂಥ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಅಗ್ರೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ಓಡಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಮತ್ತಿನಾರಿ ನಾನು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಆಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
What he got pissed off.
ಮತ್ತಿನಾರಿ ನಾನು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು
ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕಂತೇಳಿ ಅವ್ರು ಇರುವಂಥ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಅಗ್ರೆಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಬಬ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವರ ಆ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ.
ಓಡಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಮತ್ತಿನಾರಿ ನಾನು ಓಡಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಾ ಆಡ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ.
It's good that he didn't murder someone on the set.
ಸಿನಿಮಾ
ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡಲು ಕೂಡ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಫೇಸ್ ಆ ಥರ ಇತ್ತು. ಅಂದರೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಇದ್ರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಉಗ್ರ ರೂಪ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದ್ದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ದೂರದಲ್ಲೇ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಅವರನ್ನು ಶಿವನಿಂದ ಮತ್ತೆ ರಾಜಾಗಿ ನೋಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ತುಂಬ ಕಾಯ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಯಾಕೆಂದರೆ ತುಂಬ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಮ್ ಲೆವೆಲಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರು ಅವರು.
So they released this video before the movie released. Wow. Okay, let's read the comments now. There is a song. Right now, GGVV is getting a lot of traction on big Indian subreddit through amazing short videos. Okay. Bro, there is a movie called Hero of Rishab Shetty made in lockdown. Yeah, I checked out the poster of it when I heard him talk about it. Made in lockdown. You watch that movie trailer, then yourself you will watch songs and movies. Kannadigas don't call themselves Dravida. That's a Tamil Nadu thing. Yeah. This is Bulla. It's like being in trance state. Yes. Bhai, I don't know if you think like this, but your channel is like a pearl in the ocean. I fortunately found you because of your videos about Kantara. Yes. If in Palakkad court they dismiss the petition, will they bring back Varaha Roopam? I hope they will, but then they will have to send a different render of the movie entirely to the Amazon Prime authorities. That might have some technical hurdles of its own. But I wonder if the entire thing is going to go down just if tomorrow the Palakkad court dismisses it. I don't understand law, and especially the Indian judiciary. It's very confusing. Every time I have thought, not every time, a lot of times it has happened. That's why I absolutely listen to experts when it comes to law, because I can't seem to interpret anything. Any law that seems, yeah, fine, what's the problem with it? Someone comes and explains that, no, see, this is what they meant. And then when I think, oh, no, this law is so problematic, then someone says that, no, this is not problematic because this law has some protections for these things. Because one great example is that Desai Deepak has said that we should not go around dictating what is essential practice in Islam, because someday that will come back to bite back Hindus in the ass. So that's a great argument. And someone also may argue that if something is essential in a religion, then whatever that religion dictates in terms of do this to your non-believers, will that also be allowed by the courts then? But then that might not need to happen, because there are other laws that say that you can't go around hurting people, even if it says in the religion of some religion. But then the courts are setting the precedent that you are going to listen to any action by any religion if it's an essential practice in that religion. So how are you going to allow the bad essential practices of some religions then? नजर में मानते हो क्या बस तुम्हें न लग जाए? Thank you. I have not thought about nazar. Looks like many persons discovered you in the last one. Yes. Muhammad Zubair La. Please react to Rishab Shetty interview यार please. Okay. Light Yagami. Yo. अरे Telegram channel मैंने बनाया है. Okay. I forgot to post the link. Just search with the name College Street Kolkata. Goons there. Haha. Milord said Nupur Sharma is responsible for Kanayalal beheading. I was making videos even then on these tricky topics, right? And it felt like within just one day, the entire inroads and the gains the Indic wing had made in terms of getting back some free speech and not letting the street veto dictate everything, all of that was taken away when BJP threw Nupur Sharma under the bus. If they had just stood by Nupur Sharma, entire India's conversation and discourse would be different today. They made the same mistake. Okay, so the recommendation is Rishab Shetty interview. Okay, एक बार और बता दो कि which Rishab Shetty interview you were talking about. What is the reason behind your channel name? That's a long story. College Street Kolkata is basically where Presidency University is, and it's the bastion of coloniality in some sense, because Jadavpur University is also, but Jadavpur University, at least in name, is not colonialized, but Presidency University used to be called Hindu College, but it's literally named the Presidency because it was made in times of and funded by the Bengal Presidency. So imagine there's a Nazi university made by Nazis, and when the Nazis are defeated, but the university stays on, and its name is still Nazi University, and then you see that the students who come out of that university are also supporters of that ideology. So it's no surprise that most presidency graduates and pass outs have a very, very, very colonialized and pro-British mindset. So I wanted to kind of laugh at that place and those ideas, and so it's my way of reclaiming that idea. So until now, College Street Kolkata means the most worthless crap Marxist ideologies. I also have a College Street Kolkata, which is pro-India, pro-Hindu civilization. That's my explanation of it. Listen to GGVV original soundtrack. You mean the background score, right? Okay, is it there? I'll have to check it out. Bhai, isn't it amazing that Russia alone is fighting the whole Western globe, that too even with a population as well as economy less than India? Yes, but they have something that we don't want to have. They have an actual dictatorship. See, no matter how many other problems we have, dictatorship is not another extra problem that you want in your country, okay? I don't have much research on Russia to comment on this, but look at the condition of China today. All the declines, their GDP slowing down, their population going to hell, all has happened because they were dictators, okay? Because when you have a dictatorship, you don't have a social churn. No matter how much you hate your political opponents, you have to converse, you have to have debates on the ground, on the tea stalls, in the parliament, everywhere the debates have to go on. And who knows, you might change your mind, or they might actually change their minds without you actually forcing them in concentration camps or those re-education camps. So when someone changes their mind on their own, like I did after reading Sanjeev Sanyal's book or after reading Thomas Sowell, you will never be able to replace my dedication to these ideas with someone forced to think this way. If Modi had become a dictator actually in 2014 and said, "Kal se I'm changing every history book and everyone has to believe in the history written by Sitaram Goel and not Romila Thapar," because I had not read these histories on my own, I would obviously argue against them and protest and oppose these things everywhere. And then the government would have to be even more dictatorial and would probably shoot me or hang me like Iran. So Russia has a dictatorship. So let's not want a dictatorship just because we want other things. Okay, बहुत सारे comments आ गए. Let's see. Why right now we are not getting such great movies from West Bengal like South India is producing? Why West Bengal directors are running behind thrillers mostly? Is there a vacuum somewhere? West Bengal's problem is, I think, economical, not very ideological. See, because Malayalam industry makes great movies. They are ideologically what I oppose, but technically speaking, they have great movies that you can look at with nice music, etc. Right? Bengal isn't even making that. And that problem is, I think, because of an economic deterioration. Nowhere in the history of mankind, in the history of humanity, has art survived without economic prosperity. Why is Karnataka doing great? It's no wonder. Why is Tamil Nadu always doing great? And even Kerala. All their economics are in good places. Their Maharashtra. The Maratha industry is maybe not as successful as Bollywood, but they have never felt like okay, खाने को कुछ नहीं है, खाने को कपड़ा नहीं होगा, पहनने को कपड़ा नहीं होगा. It's not like that in the Marathi industry, right? That kind of a situation is in Bengal, and that's because Bengal's economy is absolutely in the dumps. So don't expect much from Bengal for the next 10-15 years. Fish Rock song itself was copied from Nickelback's Burn It to the Ground and Wolfmother's Joker and the Thief. Yeah. Film Companion. Okay. Bro, don't you think that leftists have a separate world and where we are mere bhakts, andhbhakts, and if we can't agree to their views in that separate world? This is a very good thing that they think that way. That means that they will never win an election if they keep thinking that way. Why did the right wing win? They understood their arguments and countered them. They understood how to counter them. So look at J. Sai Deepak's research on things. How is he and why is he pushing himself to do those researches? And instead of just saying that, okay, you are a Marxist stupid person, I won't counter you. He's not saying that. J. Sai Deepak knows all leftist arguments inside out, and therefore he's coming out with these scholarships which are word for word destructions and destroying of all leftist arguments. So, if you read Sitaram Goel, Thomas Sowell, and Jesai Deepak once in your life, you'll never lose a debate with a leftist one ever again. Now, leftists are not doing that. They are not doing the hard work that we are doing. They have stopped reading. They have stopped listening to us. They have never listened to us anyway. But now they are hilariously ill-equipped to debate us. See, even Shashi Tharoor got destroyed in a debate with Harsh Madhusudan. Such a junior in terms of debating experience and skill. If Shashi Tharoor is losing the debate, understand how hollow their ideology has become. So it's good that they don't listen to us and think of us as just bhakts or something. Let them think that. Recently, the Jaipur Dialogue said that BJP hold internal committee every 3-4 months and they've got the feedback. Yes. They realize that they are about to lose all upcoming elections. From the Hindu community is angry with them for not taking a strong stance against jihadis. Yes. And the very next day, they started, Narendra Modi sounded a little stronger. By the way, India abstained from voting against Iran. In what? And Ajit Doval is trying to get some relationships going with Iran. So, India has some problems, of course. Mama Shakuni ji aa gaye hain. Came across handle called Lenin Teacher Jadavpur. So what that means? So that means that some guy from Jadavpur University is trying to teach Lenin. But if it's a parody account, then that's also possible. Okay. Amit Shah appealed to historians to rewrite history in Indian context. Yeah, someone has to write. Sanjeev Sanyal used to say this, that I have all the material lying down in my home, but someone has to write. Someone has to write the paper, someone has to write the books. Then can the government go around setting them as history books. And as far as teaching the real history is concerned, there will always be some problems about teaching the history of India, because our history is very adult in nature. It's a very adult, gore, violent movie-like history. How are you going to teach it to kids of class 4, 5 and 6? And how are you going to tell the Muslim kids in the class that, see, all your ancestors were such brutal murderers? So I think the best way to teach history for kids, for people who are not adults, is to just let them read Sanjeev Sanyal's books. Those are very soft, cutely written, and it's a very popular history approach. The genre is called popular history. You don't have to go into details of where Mahatma Gandhi went on this day, that day, this day, that day. And you don't have to know how great the Mughal Empire was. You get some truth, nor do you get stuck with the brutalities of your ancestors. You just stick to the Sanjeev Sanyal's Land of the Seven Rivers book. That's my suggestion. No matter what the board, start teaching the book in class 5 or 6. And you have to read up that entire book for your ICSE board exams. That's my suggestion. Sahibs who never left in episode. Yes, I have seen it once, and I have shown two of my friends and watched with them again. So basically, I've watched it 3 times. That video has done insane amount of. A lot of that research was available, and I think Jesai Deepak has been a huge influence on that video. They were saying a lot of things that has now been popularized by Jesai Deepak. So I think Jesai Deepak, if Jesai Deepak thought like Thaikudam Bridge, even he could file a case for plagiarism for the Sahibs who never left India video. But the way they produced it, that is insanely great. It's a very nice to look at video. The animation was great, and the background score was even better. I did not expect the background score to be so good. The way they were weaving the background score and the changes and the transitions were very spot on. Unbelievable production from Pracham. As India rises, how do you think the general perception would change? As in Western media, would it deteriorate from perverts today, or would it improve? No. Some people's business models are some things, okay? So if their business model is criticizing India, if they get more viewership by criticizing India, they are not going to change it. But what we need is white people talking about Indian news from the Indian perspective and in Indian media houses, but based in USA, in New York. That's what we need. The equivalent of RT. What YO1, that channel called WION, they are trying to do that. They have a white guy. We need white people journalists. See, one great example is, if you were watching the Cricket World Cup, you saw the ads of Aramco, right? Aramco is a Saudi Arabian company. Saudi Aramco is their oil company's name. You can buy shares of Saudi Aramco. I don't think it's legal to buy it from India. But anyway, their shares are up for sale. So the way Saudi Arabia is rebranding, changing the image of their country completely, is by coming up with these ads. The Aramco ad has a voiceover from a very nice English-speaking lady. There's not one mention of Saudi Arabia. If someone personally doesn't know about Aramco, you won't even know that they were talking about the Saudi Arabian company. So they did not even advertise any particular product. They just say that we are a great innovative company and this is our growth. They just advertise this much countless times, all the time when I was watching the India-England match, okay? And then when someone goes and Googles it and Googles the word Aramco or wants to find out more about this company, then they will see that, what, this is a Saudi Arabian company. And that will completely change their perspective on the country, that, okay, so Saudi Arabia is not just about deserts and oppressing women. They are so good in innovation. That's how we will have to change our perspective. Among many other ways to change our perspectives, we have to shove some money down some white guy's throat and hire him from Indian channels and then do our bidding. Sahibs who never left. Also, where should we draw the line in Hindutva so Hindutva doesn't get under hardcore traditionalists? The law is pretty great. Just don't go around killing people. Don't go around hitting people. My Buaji lives in Germany. She tells us the media coverage in Europe, at least Germany, is too lower towards India. Yeah. You told economy is the issue in Bengal right now, but when Hrithik or Satyajit initially made movies, they produced brilliance in low budget. That's a good point. Satyajit and Hrithik were making great movies even when Bengal's economy wasn't doing great, because of two reasons. And Hrithik Ghatak's movies weren't technically brilliant the way Satyajit Ray's was, so economy doesn't feature in that. He was actually an anomaly. Hrithik Ghatak was an anomaly. But Satyajit Ray, look at his family. It doesn't matter where the rest of the state is. His father is one of the best poets in the history of Bengali literature. His grandfather is also one of the best poets in the history of Bengali literature. Satyajit Ray used to get autographs from Rabindranath Tagore when he was a kid. So you can't compare that man's learning, heritage and family wealth. Okay, even though he did not apply even though he had to struggle for making Pather Pachali, but he grew up in prosperity. That's what I'm saying. You need to have prosperity to think about art. Why is there no Bangladeshi immigrant, like people who came after 47 in the movie industry or in the sports industries? Because our ancestors were just scraping through, getting by somehow and staying alive in our previous generation. That's why I now get to be a music arranger and have a nice mic and do a podcast. My father could not dream of it. My grandfather could not dream of these things. So economic prosperity of West Bengal did not matter to Satyajit Ray. And the second thing is, he was in the middle of the economic decline. He didn't face the complete brunt of the decline, which now Bengal is facing. Now Bengal's economy is almost over. Hello guys, yeah, my friend has arrived, so I'll have to leave now. Let's take some quick questions. I love discussing these things with a live audience. Pracham, Sahibs who never left, yeah. How are you, bro? I'm good. I'm reading Savarkar, book 1 by Vikram Sampath. Eye-opener for me on those days. Yeah, I haven't read those two books yet, but remember, Jesai Deepak maintains a very clear distance from Savarkar for some reasons. That, okay, my audio volume is low. I'll speak a little closer. So there are some reasons to keep distance from Savarkar, because you'll never get the time of explaining all the nuances of Savarkar's views and lives. That's one thing. So it's always great to know everything you can about Savarkar, because he's a significant personality and had some significant contributions. But some things said by him just seem very weird in today's context, and if you use Savarkar to defend your Hindutva position too much, you will be spending your entire conversation defending the one or two bad things said by Savarkar. So that's a problem about using him as your go-to Hindutva guy. You do put a lot of tags in your description for sure. Yes, about 20, 30. As much as the word limits allowed. Read war history books by Arjun Subramaniam. Tells about our army's valor in World War Wars. I never knew how we fared before 1947. Yeah, all the things that they use, the sentence they use that British fought here, British fought there. Any time world history teaches you, any documentary or movie says British army did this, British army did that in World War I and World War II, all that is specifically Indians doing the fighting. Okay, there were no white people almost fighting. It was all majority of it was Indians doing the fighting. Okay. Rishab Shetty interview with film company. अरे भाई आज तो time नहीं होगा. Sorry man, I won't be able to do it today because I have some guests in my home and I'll have to leave the live stream now. But I'll get to it sometime later. There's no problem. Indian Muslims are mostly converts and Mughals are not their ancestors. Yes, 90% of Indian Muslims are Pasmandas. So they should not be hyphened with them like in the case of British and Christians. Yes, when we criticize European colonizations, no one says that Anglo-Indians are feeling offended or even Indian Christians are feeling offended. Therefore, when we are criticizing Islamic invasions, we are obviously not talking about today's Muslims. And if at all we are talking about those families, we are not being directly insulting or offensive towards the descendants of those families, because when we criticize the British, no one thinks that way. Not the people who are doing the criticism, not the people responding to the criticism of European colonizers. No one accuses anyone of criticizing European colonizers only to indirectly criticize Indian Christians or Anglo-Indians of today. So why, when someone criticizes Aurangzeb, should they be blamed of hating today's Muslims? Have you seen the channel 21 Notes? No. I read plot of Pathar Pachali when I was 10 in Letters from My Uncle, and we were from the Kantara land. Yes, Pathar Pachali is a great movie. We can hear your voice. Are you saying we can't hear your voice, or we can? Oh, we can hear your voice. Oh, so you could hear my phone call. Yeah, probably because of the webcam, right? Yeah, that's what I screwed up. This is very weird. In around 2012, do you even hazily remember watching Nelson Mandela's Mandela's get executed? People call this the Mandela effect. No, I don't know. Watch Indian Pixels channel. He makes a great video on Rabindranath. I have watched some videos by Indian Pixels. Please check out Ulidavadu Kandante trailer and songs. Okay, I will. Salvatore Babones's interview on both Charvaka podcast and TJD were super amazing. I haven't watched Professor Babone's interview on Charvaka, but I watched the one on Sanjay Dixit's podcast on Jaipur Dialogues, and there was very interesting things that happened. Okay, Sanjay Dixit was trying to push him towards admitting that there are flaws in the research methodologies and the surveys itself, which there are obviously, and Professor Babones didn't exactly refuse those accusations, but he was saying that why then until 2013 India gets favorable rankings. That's his argument essentially, that don't blame the indices now. These indices were giving you great results until 2013. They magically changed their stance not because any new flaw in their research methodology or survey methodology. It's because the people who were being asked in 2013, they changed their answers now. They are absolutely anti-Modi, and that's why you are getting these wrong results. But he's not saying that there's absolutely no coloniality in those surveys. There are some, obviously, but Sanjay Dixit was getting him to admit that yes, bring down the entire system of these surveys, and even in line with United Nations findings. But it's not going to be very feasible to do that, because you lose a lot of legitimacy and a lot of extra backlash to counter for the government. So it's better that we send our people, we claim these institutions, and have in 10-15 years have 5 or 6 guys who have done PhDs in decoloniality. Let them take up these issues and let them give different answers instead of breaking down the entire institution. What Sahibs Who Never Left Part 1? I have watched it 3 times. Hi Dada. Hi. Please check out 21 Notes. It's from Rakshit Shetty. Okay. 21 Notes channel looks great. We'll check it out. Ulidavaru Kandante, written and directed by Rakshit Shetty. Okay. Super, and thanks for the support. Thank you. Exactly. The fact they dissented was super huge. Yes. Just heard the Varaha Roopam song after copyrights. Not to the yes, I don't like that song at all. Thaikuram Hate has spoiled an awesome song. Everything could be talked over and instead of quotes. Yes, a lot of things have been done differently. Okay guys, so I'll be leaving now. See you soon, and I'm making a video on CAA next, and then I'll get to reacting to some more Kannada and Telugu industry songs as well, because you guys make such awesome movies and songs. So goodbye and good night. See you soon.